Hey, what's up, Nexxus community? Have you ever wondered why some programming languages are faster than others? I did, and I also did a quick research to find out why. In this video, we're gonna use Python and C as the competitors, so let's hop onto the computer. Let me be clear first, each programming language has its own pros and cons, and for that reason this comparison does not indicate that one is better than the other, but it illustrates the general idea of execution time in a specific task. I remember my teacher telling me to memorize this algorithm. Yeah, he said that even though its performance is pathetic, it could save me in an emergency. So far that emergency hasn't come. Or maybe this is it. This video. Yeah! Okay, I have the same algorithm here in Python and C. The code is pretty similar, but of course there are some differences since I'm using the tools available for every language. Nothing fancy, just the basics. So this might not be an exact measurement of the time, but it's a pretty close approximation considering the rough implementation I'd made here. So let's run the C version first and see how it goes. We are gonna start with 1,000 numbers first. Let's run it. Okay, and it took 0.001 seconds, which is 1 millisecond. I'm pretty sure that is less than that, but I didn't implement the microsecond operation in the code. For now, let's say that it was 1 millisecond. Now let's run the Python version and see how it goes. 1,000 numbers, and let's run it. Okay, 0.28 seconds, which would be 288 milliseconds. Okay, now let's increase the number to 10,000 and run the programs again. If we go to the C program, we change here to 10,000 and let's run the code again. Okay, 0.119. Now Python. Let's change the numbers real quick. 10,000. And let's run the program again. Okay, that's funny, the fans just kicked in. Okay, working. And there we have it. 15.58 seconds. Quite a substantial difference, isn't it? Okay, now let's get serious. In the final round, we're gonna increase the number to 100,000 and see what happens. Let's run the code. C version. Okay, it's working. Okay, it seems like the fans kicked in as well. Okay, and the elapsed time was 19.79 seconds. Lastly, Python. Let's increase this number to 100,000 and let's run it. Okay, taking into consideration the previous results, I think this will take quite a while to complete. In the meantime, let's take a quick nap.
24 hours later.
Okay, it took 1,713.66 seconds, which is roughly 28.5 minutes. What? Now, why is one faster than the other? Well, there are a ton of factors that can affect execution time. Your hardware, your operating system, the code itself, space and time complexity of the algorithms, modules and functions of every language, the interpreter used in supersets like CPython, which ironically compiles the code to C, and the fact that one language is compiled and the other is interpreted, and multiprocessing and threads. But even if you optimize all of that with Python, chances are that C would still be faster, and it all boils down to one reason and one reason only. C is a statically typed language, and Python is a dynamically typed language. Which basically means that in C you have to define what everything is going to be beforehand. An integer, a float, what a certain function is going to return, etc. In Python you don't have to do this, because it happens at the runtime, and all of these checks need to take place multiple times throughout the entire execution of the program. Since C is a compiled language, you need to first make sure that you don't have any type of errors, otherwise the program won't run. This leads to a huge level of efficiency and optimization, which again results in a faster execution. Okay, let's use an analogy. Let's say that you need to change your clothes and you have two choices: doing it while sitting in your bed or doing it while running. Which one do you think is the fastest? You've probably picked the first option, and you are correct. I'm pretty sure that there are more precise ways to do these kind of tests. But this video is more towards demonstrating that even when there are some substantial performance differences between the languages, they have their own pros and cons, and we should use them according to what we're trying to build. C is the first programming language I learned, and I know that it's basically faster than every other language, but I'd rather use Python since it would save me a lot of time in the development cycle. To wrap up, we could say that C is fast and efficient, and Python is slower but easy to read, maintain, and develop. No wonder why they are the most popular languages worldwide. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.